topic natin ngayon is about operations on fractions. So, paano nga ba mag-add, subtract, multiply, and divide ng fractions? So, isa-isahin natin. Let's start with similar fractions. To add similar fractions, add or subtract the numerator, then copy the denominator. Reduce to lowest term if necessary. So, pag sinabi daw nating similar fractions, sila yung fractions na parehas ang denominator. So, ang technique lang dyan, i-add or isusubtract ang numerator at kokopyan ang denominator. Let's have an example. Let's say we have 4 over 5 plus 2 over 5. So, we simply add the numerators. So, 4 plus 2 is equal to 6 and copy the denominator 5. As simply as that. So, ganun lang mag-add ng similar fractions. Another example. I have 1/4 plus 7 over 4 is 1 plus 7 is equal to 8 and copy the denominator 4. Or we can still reduce it to its lowest term. Both numbers, yung 8 at saka yung 4 is divisible by 4. So, pag sinabing divisible, pwede silang i-divide by 4. Wherein exact yung answer nila. And 8 divided by 4 is 2. And 4 divided by 4 is 1. Or simply 2. Next, subtraction of similar fractions. I have 5 over 3 minus 4 over 3. So, ganun din yung process. We simply subtract. Dahil nasa subtraction na tayo, isusubtract natin. So, 5 minus 4 is equal to 1 and copy the denominator 3. So, the answer is 1/3. Next, 3 halves minus 4 over 2 is equal to. So, 3 minus 4 is equal to negative 1 because we cannot subtract 4 from 3. So, we borrow 1 kaya negative 1. And copy the denominator 2. So, final answer is negative 1/2. Next is dissimilar fractions. Paano naman mag-add and subtract ng dissimilar fractions? Pag sinabing dissimilar fractions, magkaiba na sila ng denominator. So, the real process is to change them to equivalent fractions by finding the least common denominator, then apply the rules in adding or subtracting similar fractions. So, halimbawa, ang given ko daw is 4 over 5 plus 1 over 6. So, ano nga ba yung process? So, isa-isay natin. First step is to get the LCD. Paano natin kukunin yung LCD? Ilista mo lahat ng multiples nung dalawang denominator. For 5, we have 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, so on and so forth. For 6, we have 6, 12, 18, 24, 30, 36. Next, find the least common. Ano yung common sa kanila? We have 30. Kaya yung magiging denominator ng sagot natin is 30. Next, for the numerator, meron tayong steps dyan. First, divide 30 by 5, then multiply to 4. Sa numerator na 4, let's try. 30 divided by 5 is equal to 6. And 6 times 4 is equal to 24. Next, yung isa naman. 30 divided by 6 is equal to 5 and 5 times 1 is equal to 5. So, we will have 24 plus 5 and 24 plus 5 is 29 over the denominator 30. So, that will be your final answer. Next example. Let's say we have 3/4 plus 1/3. So, again, dissimilar fractions sila, magkaibang denominator. So, our technique is to get the least common denominator. So, list the multiples, 4, 8, 12, 16. You can continue But kung nakita nyo na doon, pwedeng tumigil na kayo doon. And for 3, we have 3, 6, 9, and 12. The common is 12. So, the denominator of our answer will be 12. Next, kunin ulit natin yung numerator. Paano nga ba daw kinukuha yon? Again, we will divide 12 by the first denominator, 4. So, 12 divided by 4 is 3. Times its numerator na 3, we have 9. So, 9 daw yung una natin dito. Next is 12 divided by 3 is 4. And 4 times 1 is equal to 4. So, we will have 9 plus 4 dito sa ating numerator. Next, so gamitin lang yung operation. 9 plus 4 is 13 over 12. Next, paano naman daw yan? 5 over 2 minus 4 over 3. We can also try the process of getting the least common denominator. Ang denominator nila, kapag naglista ka ng multiples, is 6. Very good. So, 6 ang denominator. And to get the numerator, we have 6 divided by 2 is 3 times 5 is 15. And 6 divided by 3 is 2 times 4 is 20. Remember na subtraction na yung operation natin. Kaya subtraction din dapat yung makikita nyo dun sa taas natin. 6 divided by 3 is 2 times 4 is 8. So we have 15 minus 8. And 15 minus 8 is equal to 7 over 6. Next. So ano kaya yung LCD niya? 2 and 4. For 2 we have 2, 4, 6, 8. And for 4 we have 4, 8, 12, 16. So ang list nila dyan is 4. Kaya ang denominator natin is 4. So again, divide 4 by 2. We have 2 times 1 is 2. And 4 divided by 4 times 1 is 1. Kaya 2 minus 1 is equal to 1/4. Next, paano kung nahihirapan pa din? Siyempre, meron tayong trick kung paano tayo nag-a-add at nagsusubtract ng fractions. We call it the butterfly method. Bakit ba butterfly method? As you can see, butterfly yung itsura nung gagawin nating process. Kaya siya tinawag na butterfly method. So, ano ba yung process niya? Isa-isay natin. Let's say our given is 4 over 5 plus 1 over. First step is to multiply the denominators. So, 5 times 6 is equal to 30. So, that will be our denominator. Next, copy the operation. Ayan, nagka-plus sa taas. Next step, let's do the green part. So, 6 times 4 is equal to 24. So, you will put 24 dun sa unang numerator. Next, ang side. 5 times 1 is equal to 5. Kaya, nagkameron ng plus 5 doon. 4 plus 5 is equal to 29 over 30. So, our final answer is over 30. Next, try ulit natin. We have 2 times 3 is equal to 6. And then, kung napapansin nyo, subtraction na yung operation natin, kaya subtraction na yung mapupunta dito. 5 times 3 is equal to 15. At ilalagay yung 15 doon sa numerator. 4 times 2 is equal to 8. Kaya nagkameron ng 8 doon. And 15 is equal to 8, 7 over 6. Sige nga. Can you try this? The correct answer is 17 over 20. So next, punta naman tayo sa multiplication and division of fractions. So, for similar fractions, for multiplication, simply multiply the numerators and the denominators, then reduce the lowest term. This rule is applicable for similar and dissimilar fractions actually. So, in symbol, we have a times c is equal to ac times the denominator b times d is equal to bd. So, to multiply, we have 4 times 2 is equal to 8 and 5 times 5 is equal to 25. So, ganun lang yung multiplication. Multiply numerator to numerator, denominator to denominator. If you can still reduce it to lowest term, then we have to reduce it to lowest term. Next example, we have 1/3 times 2 over 7 is equal to 1 times 2 is 2 and 3 times 7 is 21. Again, it is the simplest form na. We cannot reduce it to lowest term. Kaya final answer is 2 over 21. Next, for division of fractions. So, for division of fractions, we have to take the reciprocal of the second fraction or the divisor and multiply it with the first fraction. Again, reduce the lowest term if necessary. So, in symbol, let's say we have the first fraction as a over b divided by the second fraction c over d. So, a over b times, as you can see, yung c over d ay na-reciprocal or baliktad. Yung numerator naging denominator, yung denominator naging numerator, kaya naging d over c. So, tapos yung operation natin naging multiplication na. So, we proceed to the rules of multiplying fraction, which is numerator times numerator and denominator times denominator. So, let's try this given. 2 over 3 divided by 1 over 8. So, again, we copy the first fraction, change the operation to multiplication, and take the reciprocal of the second fraction. So, 1 over 8 will become 8 over 1. So, yan na yung magiging given natin doon. And then, dahil multiplication na to, proceed to the rules of multiplication of fractions. 2 times 8 is equal to 16, and 3 times 1 is equal to 3. Check if your answer is still not on its lowest term. Kung hindi pa siya lowest term, you have to reduce it. If it is in its lowest term, you can stay with that given or answer. Next, given 5 over 3 divided by 4 over 3. So again, copy the first fraction, change the operation to multiplication, and then take the reciprocal of the second fraction. Kanina 4 over 3 siya, so naging 3 over 4. And then proceed to the rules of multiplication. 5 times 3 is equal to 15, and 3 times 4 is equal to 12. As you can see, yung numbers natin sa answer is both divisible by 3. 15 divided by 3 is 5, and 12 divided by 3 is 4. So, pwede pa natin siyang i-lowest term into 5 over 4. Sige nga, can you try this given? So, the answer is so that's all. Thank you.